Hello friends, welcome to Technique. This is Nirmal here, and in this video we'll share some tips and tricks for the Poco X2 camera. So Poco X2 camera comes with a quad camera setup, the primary camera, that's 64 megapixel camera, which is a Sony's IMX686 sensor. It has an ultra wide angle camera, a depth sensor and a 2 megapixel macro sensor is also included. So the camera interface is quite useful. It's a typical MIUI interface, but there are some additional features which you might find or you may miss out. So in this video we'll highlight some of the useful features of the camera UI on the Poco X2. So let's get started. So opening up the camera UI, so you can see this is the camera UI. You can see all the options. So here on the top you can enable AI mode. So we would suggest you to leave the mode as such. So this is the camera UI and you can see all the modes. Here we have the HDR mode. Make sure you turn it to auto mode because auto HDR works best on this device. Then you get the macro mode. So when you're taking images at in really extreme close-up, it's better to turn on the macro mode, which gives you really great options when shooting, because you can go focus up to almost as close as 2 centimeters. So that gives an additional advantage in shooting extreme close-up images using the macro mode. Now if you go to the settings option, you can see if you go to settings, you can enable the watermark in case you want the pictures to be watermarked. With Poco X2 you can do that. Then there is a couple of interesting options. One is make sure you turn on this correct distortion in ultra wide shots, and also correct face distortions on group photos. So specifically when you take a group photo, you might see that the corners, the face might get distorted at times. So there is an option to correct the face distortion in group photos. So this is quite useful when you're taking group photos. So make sure to turn this on when you're taking group photos to prevent distortion of the face towards the edges. Then you can also take pictures using the volume button. You can configure it. Then there is focus and shoot, that is when you tap it focuses and also shoots the image. That way you can change it. So these are some settings available in the camera. Now if you go to the video recording, you can go with two options. One is the track moving object. So what it does is when you shoot, tap an object in the frame and it keeps that particular object in focus while it is moving. So you need to stay at least 3 meters away from that object while shooting. Say for example, if you're taking a video of your dog and it keeps on moving, you can just tap on the screen to select the particular object and the focus will be on that dog even when you're taking the video. So that's one really useful option available here. Now another option is the vlog mode. So vlog mode is again a new mode available. So you can see some options available like activities, dreams, rhythm, stop motion, holiday. So these are some effects you can add to the vlog mode. So what it does is if you just shoot any particular object using the vlog mode, it actually adds an effect to it. So we'll just show you that. So we'll just capture this in vlog mode. So now we have shot in vlog mode. So we'll just play it for you. So you can see that there is an animation or effect added to still video I have taken. So this is what the vlog mode does. So a couple of interesting options are available. You can select which vlog mode you need from here. Now while taking video, you can also go with the macro mode. So you can turn on this mode to take macro videos just like photos. Then if you just swipe here, this is the ultra wide angle video mode, and you can also go to the regular mode, that's 1x, and it can also go to 2x while shooting. So this is just digital, it's not a telephoto lens, so this is just digital. So it's 1x and 2x shooting, and also ultra wide angle dedicated camera can be used here. So that's the options available. Now if you go to the settings, you can see that there is option to select the video quality. You can go with either 1080p at 60 fps, 4K at 30 fps, 720p at 30 fps and 1080p at 30 fps. So that's the video recording options available. Then you get this 64 megapixel mode. So it's an ultra HD mode turned on. So that basically captures photos in high resolution. So this is 4-in-1 pixels, that's a 64 megapixel Ultra HD, and you get pictures like almost as high as like 13 or 14 or 15 MB in size. So you can actually zoom in and see a lot of quality, but then make sure you turn on that, keep the device on a tripod. Handheld 64 MP shoots does have an issue with slight shakiness, so it's better to shoot the 64 megapixel mode in with a tripod, so that's recommended. So that's the options included with this one. Now if you go to the portrait mode, so portrait mode, you can see there are a lot of effects included. You can see that there is natural, then stage, movie, then rainbow, blinds. So these are some portrait effects included, so you can select which effects you want when you go with the portrait mode. Now apart from that, there is also option to select the bokeh. So the f3.2 is the bokeh. You can go with the amount of blur you want. f2 should be a decent bokeh. That should be the one which is recommended. Again, it's all depending upon you, how much bokeh you want in the background for portrait shots. You can select that. Then another option is the option here, that's the movie mode. So movie mode portrait, what it does is it shoots in landscape, it shoots in 21:9 aspect ratio, like a cinema shot. So that option is available here, so you can go with that in case you want a really wide shot in landscape. So that's an option included here. So these are some options. Then if you go to the pro mode, you can also see there is a 64 megapixel option which we showed previously, and you can also do captures in RAW. So in case you want to take pictures in RAW and do a lot of editing with image tools like Photoshop, it's better to capture in RAW. So it will the photo size will be very large, almost close to 30 MB, but you get a lot of details to play with, especially the colors and other details. So that can also be done here. And you can also see that there is option to select all the white balance, ISO, exposure, shutter speed, everything you can select from the pro mode. Then there is also night mode. So in case you're taking pictures in extreme low light, make sure you turn on the night mode, because it does get you really great details with reduction in noise when you shoot photos in extreme low light conditions. So these are the options. Then if you go here, you can also see there is a slow motion option, and this device also can record videos in slow motion in 960 fps. So we have talked about that in our camera review as well. So there is 120 fps, 240 fps and 960 fps is supported. So these are the three options available in slow motion recording. So these are the camera tips and tricks and features available on the Poco X2. So if you are a camera enthusiast, so you can just try out these features to get the best camera experience with Poco X2. So in case you have not checked out our camera review, we'll share the link in the description of this video. We have covered the camera aspects in detail. So that's it for this video. This is Nirmal signing off. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.